hear the music. December 15th, 2024, in the year of our Lord. This is OThaGreat. How y'all living? I am here for another episode of High Off the Glass. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to do my show. I did a 12-hour shift last night. I did that all the way, but guess what? I'm still here to give it to y'all and give y'all some. Today's show is titled "Some Basketball, Some Football," and that's what we are here for. How y'all doing out there today? Audience is hype. They are ready to go. What up, buddy? How you living? What is it? I am so excited to be here to be doing this. I think my guest is still coming. I'm not sure. He should be on the way. I'm not going to front though, y'all. I am tired. I am tired. Had a long day yesterday, but I'm here to give y'all some football and some basketball. Like I had said, we're going to start off with the basketball. Oh man, NBA Cup. Can you believe? You know what? Before I get into that, I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this, right? Because like sometimes when I come down here, right, I listen to two things. I either listen to three things: NBA radio, NFL radio, or Le Batard show. And I was listening to Le Batard show today, and you know they've been around for like literally 20 years, so they're doing an introspective thing this year because this is their 20th year and shit. And they're playing. They got like this a super cut, and a super cut is when you on a radio show or a podcast or shit. You do it on TV too. It's just a whole bunch of clips of your show, and they throw it all together. It's called a super clip, super cut. And one of the super cuts has Tom Brady, football GOAT in it. And man, can I tell you, I miss hearing GOAT say fucking nothing. Like, I miss him saying nothing in these press conferences. Oh, my God, I miss hearing that man's voice so fucking much. Like, dude, it was just listening to him just say not a goddamn thing when it came to his opponent, that win they just had, whatever they just did. I just miss him just doing it, and it was always followed by a win. You know, sometimes it was followed by an L because the Patriots took their losses. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of the time we kicked the league's ass. That dude has a winning record against every team in the NFL. Every team, and so does Belichick. And since I talked him up, I'm gonna get this out the way right now. My thoughts on him going to Chapel Hill. I want to say this about Belichick going down there. He needs to go to college because NFL ain't for him right now. He doesn't have his NFL game anymore. You look at the last three seasons after he let GOAT leave and go to Tampa Bay. New England's been shit. They've just been shit. That's all it was. They made the playoffs 1 year when Mac Jones was quarterback and got mollywopped by the Bills in the wild card round, and that was it. That's the only playoffs he made without GOAT in New England. So I just want to say, him going to the college ranks makes sense because no NFL team wanted him, because I believe the NFL game has passed him by. It clearly has. If you look at how he is coached, the later years with GOAT still there, and then after GOAT left, you would see that. But him going to college, I think, is great. I think that will make that Tar Heel program, it will take them to the next level. Their endowment, the money that they've got to spend on players went from $4 million to fucking 20. So now NIL, they can spend up to $20 million to get players. They're going to get top tier talent now because they got real money to spend with. It's in the ACC, which isn't a tough football conference in college football. It really isn't at all, but it's powerful, and it's an awesome football conference. Damn, the poor Miami University can't even get out of it though. But the messed up part is, I really think that I think the Tar Heels will be good. I don't know how long it'll be, and just like I was happy for Bron. And I'm not a LeBron fan setting up Bronny in the NBA. I'm happy that he's going to set up his son, and his son is going to coach the Tar Heels when he's done, because my man is 72 years old. Like, he needs to, he don't need to keep going. Like, it's you can do it for as long as you want to do it, but just make sure you slow down and you do not overdo it. Do not remember that. And also too, I meant to say this at the start. I have to mention this. We are powered by STL Cannabis Club, St. Louis Cannabis Club, and they are the proprietors of Cola Lounge over on Cherokee Street, St. Louis, Missouri. Make sure you guys check out Cola Lounge first. Cannabis consumption lounge in St. Louis, I believe in the state of Missouri. Place is awesome, ran by my boy B, also known as Brennan England. Outstanding gentleman who is always there for the community in any way, shape, or form. So make sure y'all check out Cola Lounge on Cherokee Street. This place is dope. So yeah, I think him going to North Carolina is sick, and I'm a Tar Heel fan. Been a Tar Heel fan ever since I saw GOAT play for them. So what is it? And granted, I was a little too young to see. I don't. I don't. North Carolina games weren't on national TV. I'm from Massachusetts, so I couldn't actually see him in the uniform. But I sure saw highlights and watch it later. And always been a fan of Tar Heels ever since then. And they've always been a basketball powerhouse. And they are either in the tournament, win a championship, or are good. It's been hasn't been the best since Coach Roy left. Really wish Coach stayed around a little bit longer, but he was long in the tooth. He was ready to dip, so I understand that, and he gave it off to Hubert Davis, who actually played for them, played for the New York Knicks in the NBA, a couple other NBA teams. So I think the program I think the program is in good hands, but Hubert, I feel like there's some things he could do better. Just getting to the Final Four isn't enough, and North Carolina's not even ranked in the top 10 right now. So there's a lot of things that for a basketball powerhouse, and has been that for at least for the over 40 years. They need to be better. Rest in peace, Coach Smith. That is the man. I love that dude. So I think they're going to be good, and I like that he set up his son for when he retires. And one thing I'm looking forward to, and this will happen, it when it, hell, I thought it would be when what is it when North Carolina's a powerhouse, and it ain't gonna be when North Carolina's a powerhouse. When North Carolina, when they get scheduled against Oregon, and they have to play Oregon or Oregon or however fuck y'all say that state, when that game will be nationally televised, and I don't know if it's gonna be next season. It might be, or season after next, but the NCAA will schedule that, in ESPN or some damn body will pick that up as a nationally, what a famo, will pick that up as a nationally televised game, and I cannot wait to see Phil Knight on one side with the orange, not the orange, with the yellow and green with the Ducks, and you see GOAT on the other side with the North Carolina blue. Like, this is Belichick going to UNC. There's only three places he could have went to make me give a fuck about college football. And what is it? My boy that's on the IG, he know. I can't stand college football because it's the same white schools over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I get sick of the shit. But him going to either UMass of Amherst, UNC, or HBCU, that would have had me, pay attention. I paid attention when what is it when Dion went to Jackson State. And the bad part is a lot of HBCU games you can't get on national TV. I can't get them here. So you used to. Some you could. ESPN don't have them that much anymore. NFL Network I think only airs one a year. Hopefully they still do that. So that's what I would be excited about. And again, if you got any questions, you want to any comments you want to call in, guess what? This is a radio show / podcast. You can do that. 515-599-1687. I'll say it one more time. 515-599-1687. I lied. I said it again. 515-599-1687. Call in if you got a question, you got a comment. But those are the only places he could have went that I would have gave a shit about. And I give a shit about that. I give a shit about him going to UNC. I think that's a school I care about. Have you ever? I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, man. When your kids get of age, or if they're of age now and you're looking for a university to send I want to send my daughter to three places, either HBCU, UMass, or UNC. That campus on UNC alone, not to mention that they are great, technology, business, sports, damn near any career field that you want to get into, you learn it at Chapel Hill. But it's just that campus is so gorgeous, y'all. Oh, like North Carolina itself, like just surrounded by all the mountains and them trees, and North Carolina, it's an amazing state. If you've never been to North Carolina, go. I've never been to South, but North is where the hell it's at. Nothing. I'm not trying to disparage the South in any way, shape, or form. I just don't know it, but I know North Carolina, and North Carolina is the shit. Fucking gorgeous. You talking about beautiful places to sit and just look at shit, drink wine, smoke a L, and just be. That's that. Oh, it's sick. Okay, all right. So that's my thing with college football. That's my thing with Belichick. That was the news of the week. All right, so NBA Cup Final Four has been really that was last night. It was excellent. Bucks versus Hawks, great game. Too many turnovers by the Hawks and by Ice Tray. Ice Tray gave up entirely too many steals. Turnovers. I think that's how they gave away the game. Milwaukee jumped out on them, right? And that's the one thing I love about this Hawks team is you can jump out on them. You can get a 10, 12, hell, you can get a fucking 20-point lead on the Atlanta Hawks. They don't give a shit. They will still keep balling. They will still keep playing. They will go as hard. They don't care. They will do what they have to do to get back in the game. So that's what I love about them. So when they went down like 7, 10 points early in the first, I didn't panic because I know what type of team the Atlanta Hawks are. They're coached by Quinn Snyder. You got Clint Capella, he's a vet. You've got Ice Trey Young, who's one of the best players in the league. This new kid they got, Johnson. He's pretty good, and one of my favorites. You see the man's numbers, like he's been killing it. DeAndre Hunter. He's been putting up 20 plus points in the last eight games. He's shooting what is it, over 50% from the field, over 50% from three. Like, dude's been clowning. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hunter's been doing it. So I knew that Atlanta was going to give Milwaukee all they could, and they could beat the Milwaukee Bucks. But Milwaukee, that's one thing. Now Milwaukee did lose the lead, but the one thing that the Hawks, that the Bucks early in this season did, and the Bucks from last year did, when they would lose a lead or be losing, they would get frustrated. Dame would look around at his teammates. Body language is funky. Whole team, everybody's looking funky. Giannis looks very stoic and pissed off. Like, the body language was horrible for Milwaukee and at the start of this season when they were losing or would lose. This year, when they're losing, they pick their heads back up and they stay in the game. That's why this Milwaukee team is better. I was almost ready to say this is the same Milwaukee team from 2021. I was almost ready to say that, but not there yet. Not there yet. And shout out to my boy Montego Rebel. He wanted to be here today. He is not feeling too good. I guess he's a little sick, so get well, brother, and feel good. Yeah, feel better. Hopefully we can see you next week. But yeah, I'm almost that Bucks team, man. They're looking good. But see, this is the thing that I didn't understand, that why Atlanta didn't do late in the game. And you got contributions from other players throughout the game, of course. Lopez is always going to be there. He's a pillar for that team. And Chris Middleton is just, man, he's trying. You know what I mean? Like, he is trying. This dude does not have it. He clearly does not have it. Those injuries. He's been in the league 12 fucking years. I couldn't believe that. I thought he'd been in the league about 7 or 8. Man, been in the league 12 years. He's been in the league for a minute. And he's been a pillar for that team and that organization, but he don't have it. But he's doing the best he can. But AJ Green, young dude they got, he's really good. I guess that Prince used to be with Atlanta. He was kicking in for them. He was doing his thing. But late in that game, Doc and the Bucks, they're just heavy-handed with Dame Giannis. I don't understand why Quinn and why the Hawks didn't take the ball out of Dame in Giannis's hands. Like the double team him, triple team him, make somebody else do it. Make somebody else do it on the team besides Giannis or Dame. Like you could for real. What up, y'all? How y'all living? You could for real do that. It's not that hard to do. Just take them off. Just front them before they even can get the ball, before the ball's even passing their directions. Front them, and or when they get the ball, quickly double team. Force them to give up the ball. Make them either commit turnovers or just pass the ball because you can't do anything. And almost like what I don't know. We call him Sangoon, but Sangui, I guess that's the way you're supposed to. No, no, no. Sangui is a nickname. Sanguine, I guess that's the way you're supposed to pronounce it. Sanguine with Houston. OKC did that last night. They doubled him every time had the ball because they know he's their best player. Jalen Green is a monster for them, but he's their best player, so we're just gonna get the ball out of his hands. There's only two dudes with Milwaukee for real. There's only two dudes, and that just that's all I'm saying. And I know that's in the NBA that's somewhat easier said than done, but at least pick one each possession. Is just and they neither one and then the neither one did they try to isolate and say, okay, you're not going to score on this possession. Neither one did they do that. Now, one thing I did like about Giannis's game that I had to say, because I've been real critical of his game because it's easy to do so. All the man charges a lot. Okay, he charges a lot. He was doing it last night. Okay, he was doing it yesterday, and a shit not a shit ton of charges. What up, babe? Not a shit ton of charges, less than prior games. But this man loves to charge, like that's his thing. Like downhill, I'm a spin. I'm a either do a spin move and boom, yam on you, or I'm just gonna plow through and they won't fucking call it. It doesn't make any sense. But yesterday he was doing a little bit of that, but like I said, not as much as earlier games, and he was more skillful with his movement. He was more skillful. He's breaking people down off the dribble. He had a mid range going. What is it? He had a nice little fadeaway that kind of that damn near sealed the game right before Dame had his little one arm floater. And the thing that pissed me off about that floater, oh boy, that's playing the defense on him, and he's one of their defensive. I can, what's the brother's name? Young dude for Atlanta just got with him. Um, he has a nickname too for taking the ball. He's so good defensively, but he's not even he's riding Dame's side. He's barely on Dame's side, and no type of arms, no type of defense. You don't get anything up when you see Dame put up a wide open fucking runner, and that seals the game for Milwaukee, man. Like that just really like come on, famo. Like you could have done better. Like play some better defense. And those moves by to go back to Giannis, those moves by Greek Freak, I was impressed with him. That fadeaway was extremely impressive, and especially when his number one cheerleader, his brother, jumped up right after he did it. And that props to him for that, because I mean it was sick, and it was something that pushed that lead up more than the Hawks could overcome, because like I said, the Hawks are used to playing from behind. They're good at playing from behind. They're good at having to come back. And nothing at all. I was shocked by it. I was really shocked by it. I thought that Atlanta was because the one thing about Atlanta, I think Atlanta's younger, faster than that Milwaukee team. But with the strength of Greek Freak and Dame, not enough talent. And Trey had a great game. My man had 35 points. I think believe he had a double. Yeah, he had a double double. Um, he had over 10 assists. Is just the turnovers is what killed him. The turnovers are killed him, and he couldn't. He couldn't make big shots late that he normally does. And Trey, and again, and for the rest of the NBA, I've said this ad nauseum. If you're gonna be at the 3 point line, be out there, make those damn shots, make them shots, y'all, because you got to be out there. You have to be out there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't get. I mean, you have to hit it. If you're gonna post up and sit your ass out there on the damn 3 point line, make the shot. Just make the shot. That's all there is to it. You can't camp out on that line and then brick it and or run to that line. You're like you're about to drain something. Like Trey did a couple times last night, and it was bricks. Like I'm not here for it. So Milwaukee is in the championship game for the NBA Cup, which will be played Tuesday. I like that last night's game too on Houston versus OKC was on ABC. So the champion and that was on ABC regular TV. And my mom, that means my mom's gets to watch it, and that means the millions of Americans who I get it do not want to pay for cable or streaming or this or that and that, and y'all don't want to deal with it. I understand. They at least got to watch the game, so that was smart. Bless you, Just. So that was smart of them to do that. And the championship game with Milwaukee and yeah, the OKC Thunder, who I knew would win. They play Tuesday night, and that game will be on ABC. I believe it's 7:30 start Central Standard Time. Now the Rockets OKC game, man, Houston started fast. They just couldn't sustain it, and they had a nice little lead and it jumped out quick. Like, I mean, I've never seen anybody make OKC look so bad from the 3 point line. They love putting up threes, and first quarter they could not. They were not good at it. Jalen Green is for Houston is literally the only player that can create his own shot off the dribble. And guess what, Houston? That's a problem. Okay. Yeah, I know it's corny. Fuck you. I don't care. But what is it? Yeah, he's literally the only dude that can create his own shot. Seguin, he needs I'm just fucking Sengun, he needs it he needs to dish to him either close to the paint, or he needs to get it on the block. He can shoot mid ranges, he can fade you away, he can back you down, he has all the low post moves, but he can't just create his own shot. I mean, I guess you could no, because that's not creating your shot when you post somebody up to something different. So Jalen is the only one that can do that, which is weird. So that was a problem for them in the second half. And you would think Fred VanVleet, uh, a high level college basketball player, undrafted in the NBA, but goes to the Toronto Raptors and wins a chip there. The man's a world champion, and you would think he's able to do it, but he's more of a point guard. He's the catch and shoot. He can dish. So that's his deal. It's just they struggle. They struggle to score points when well, be honest with you, this season they haven't struggled to score points when the pressure is on. But here recently, when they're playing these better teams and the pressure is on, they struggle to score points. They kind of forget how to score late in the game. I guess that last game they had right before this Final Four game, who they play? When they played them when they played. Golden State in the round right before this, they damn near gave away that Golden State game, and they had a Golden State had a 15-game win streak on them. That winning streak went back like years. That straight 15 straight games Golden State has owned the Houston Rockets, and they finally beat them. But late in that game, they legit kind of forgot how to score. And Chuck said this on Inside, and he was right. Like they win a lot of games off talent. And they win a lot of games off talent and astute and man, signature coaching by Ime. He is a signature. He has a particular type of coaching style that is very unique. It's almost like Pop, who he played for and learned under. His style is different, and he is not one to be trifled with, and he does not kid around. I respect that man. I respect him, and I mess with him. So it's great to see him. What up, Barry? How you living, bro? It's great to see him, have success after he left Boston. Because again, I'll never not say this. that first year when we had Joe, if Ime was there, I feel like we would have won that chip. And I feel so bad that Smart was not a part of that championship. I really do, because when Smart came back to Boston last week, you could see it. You could see it all. You could see it all over him. And I'm gonna follow him more in Memphis so I can really see how he is. But you can see when he comes back to Boston, his game is not there. He does not play. He does not play the same way he used to play in general. He just doesn't. I don't think he has it, because that trade sending him out of town really effed him up, because he didn't see it coming, and neither did us as the fans. But anyway, um, I'm happy that Ime is kicking ass with Houston, because Houston deserves it. They're a good young team, and he deserves it because he's an excellent coach. But Houston, you have to be able to not forget how to score late in games. And when you're going against a team like OKC, okay, look here, let's keep it a buck about OKC. I don't think OKC is the best team in the association. I don't, but they're damn near right the hell there. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even have Chet Holmgren, their starting center, in their top draft pick from a couple years ago, and they kicking ass. That dude needs to, eat all the carbs and the steaks, and I don't know, you can, steaks ain't gonna make you real fat. Eat all the carbs and the potatoes, and get all the fucking carbs that you can in Oklahoma, bro. Like, that's the thing, bro. Like, why the fuck can't Chet and Yanni and Chet and Webby gain weight? Like, I don't understand. Webby is in San Antonio. Chuck said it on Inside. Why is Webby the only person that can't get fat in San Antonio? Like, I don't give a fuck. That's a funny line, man. He said that shit. Like, Chuck legit said that. Like, he said it on Inside. Webby's the only person that can't get fat in San Antonio. And it's true. But why can't these cats, like, y'all metabolisms work that fast? Y'all metabolisms work so fast. Y'all have like carb fully loaded diets, and y'all still can't gain weight. Like, cause real talk, you two have to gain weight, especially you, Chet. Like, you're a freak as well, but you're not that alien Wemby. You know what I'm saying? You're not that alien Wemby. You need to stop shooting threes and get your ass in the fucking paint. You know what I mean? And that's why you need to gain some weight, because you're scared of that fucking paint, and all you do is shoot goddamn threes. Eat something, lift some weights, and get in that paint. But Chet, you need to get some weight on you, and you need to get back in this paint, because your team needs you. And yes, they're winning without you, but guess what? They're not going to beat the best team in the league. And I don't give a fuck who has a better record, but they're not going to beat the best team in the league, which is Boston, without Chet Holmgren. And I'm going to tell you like this: January 5th. January 5th, I repeat, January 5th, that's a Sunday, okay? Boston is in OKC. If I'm here doing that show and not at that game, I'm going to be salty. I'm going to be salty that day, y'all. Mm. January 5th, 2025, I got to figure out a way. I'm off work. I don't have to go to work Monday. Order none that week. I need to figure out a way to I'm going to get my black ass up there. I want to go and see that game. That game is going to be dope. Of course, I'd rather see them in Boston, but OKC is closer for me. So I'm going to try to hit that up. And that's going to be a hell of a game. But this OKC team, man, they're offensively and defensively, no one is on their level. The only person that's on their level is Boston. That is it. And I'll be honest with you. What is it? Sam Presti? I know why the Knicks gave up Hartenstein, because they couldn't afford to pay him the max deal he wanted, and keep everybody they had, and make the moves that they did. But Hartenstein going to OKC has, and if he stays healthy, solidifies them as a legit, and I mean legit, what is it? A legit Western Conference a final opponent. I mean, if not going to the finals. We know what happened with them with the Mavericks last year. It was a shady call with SGA in the corner. He takes a shot. It looks like he gets fouled by I don't know. I don't think it was Kyrie. It was somebody with Dallas. I can't remember exactly who the player was, but it looks like he got fouled. No foul was called. OKC was pissed. Thunder fans were pissed. And what is it? Game expires and Mavs had the lead. They win the game. They go to the finals. OKC is, I think they're treating this season almost like how the Spurs treated 2014 after they got played, no, after they played themselves and lost to Miami when Ray hit that crucial last three in the corner. And before that, Pop took TD out the game, and they didn't have a rebounder in there. And then Bosch got the rebound, quickly shuttled it out to Ray. Ray was, got his ass behind that 3-point line like he's good at. Splash, it's over. What is it? Spurs had a possession after that, but not enough time. They couldn't do anything. And then look what happens. Miami wins that game. Now people forget too. People forget that was Game 6 of that NBA final. There was a whole nother game. There was a Game 7 of that NBA final, and Spurs did not show up. They did not show up. They had a chance to win that damn game, and the Spurs did not. So, more credit to Miami. But OKC looks like they're on a fucking mission this year because they look like they're pissed off of what happened to them last year with Dallas, and they are playing like it. And I don't see Milwaukee. This is going to be a really good NBA Cup. Okay, I mean, last year with the Fakers versus the Pacers, that one was good as well. And it was a good, but we knew that the Fakers were a better team than the Pacers. The Pacers were upstart, good young talent. Championship coach with Carlisle. They got far because they're good in the East, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think Boston took the cup too fucking serious. But what is it? This one with Milwaukee versus OKC, you got to have a Milwaukee team who is ticked off and pissed off because they're not the best team in the East anymore, the best team in the league. And you got an OKC team who knows they're the best team in the West and probably thinks they're the best team in the league and is going to show something against Milwaukee. And they've never won anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, OKC has never, as good as OKC is, they have never won a damn thing. You know what I mean? They've won rounds in the playoffs, but they never won the round. They've never won an important round, which is the conference finals. And because so if you've never won the conference final, you haven't won anything, and you damn sure you can't even get in a position to win the Larry O'Brien. So this NBA Cup will be the first piece of hardware that they have. This is the first piece of hardware. My bad. I'm sorry. They did win a Western Conference final before in 2012 with the KD Russ and. KD, Russ, and Harden team. So yeah, that team did go to the final. My bad. That was 12 years. That was 12 years ago. Okay, my daughter was born. She was an infant. Okay, she was 12 years old now. Beautiful young little girl in 7th grade. That was a long fucking time ago. That team has been through how many iterations since then? But the reason why you have to give that team props and you have to give Sam Presti props is because he's kept it going all this time. Even when they had down periods which weren't much, they either had picks or they had a good team on the floor. You had that Russ team that was there for a little bit. Paul George joined them. I think he was only with them for like a season though. Then you had when Chris Paul went there. Before that, you had Al Horford went there. The teams were always good. Presti can put good teams on the floor, and that's what he does. But I give OKC a lot of props, and I really think this is the year that they get over that Western Conference hump because I don't think Houston is ready yet. I think Dallas gets in their own way because Luka is such a liability on defense. The man can't play defense to save his fucking life. What up, yo? He cannot play defense to save his life, and he costs his team. Production on the defensive end, possessions on the defensive end because he doesn't play defense, so he never tries to make a steal, so he doesn't create a new possession for his team. Also, too, on the offensive end, he's still bitching about the call he didn't get or something that happened on the defensive end, so he's not into the game offensively, and that's a lost possession. So he costs his team on the offensive end, defensive end. It's really sad, what what Luka does, but that's his game. And Kyrie, I said it last year. I'll say it again, even with as well as Kyrie played last season, and I'm happy that he got over all that Nets, all that stuff with us with Boston and stuff with the Nets, and I'm glad he's at a spot and at a place where he's at a better place. I think he's at a better place mentally and basketball mentally. I think he's in a better place than he was because that man was going through it when he was in Brooklyn. Like them cats, him and KD thought. I guess they thought they were going to run shop on the league. We didn't understand why, but they sure the fuck did, and had an arrogance about it that was crazy. So for them not to, for him to get over that and get over the nastiness that happened with us in Boston, I'm not about to sit here and rehash it. Y'all know what it is. If you don't know what, hit me on the socials. OThaGreat, OThaGreat. YouTube, put it in the comments here on IG. High off the glass, high off the THA glass on IG. DM me. What happened in Boston? I'll tell you. For he's in a better place, but that Mavericks team is not good enough. I don't think they're good enough to make that finals run like they did last year. And they have all the pieces, but their superstar is he's hurting them. He legit is hurting them. You don't have to worry about the fakers. And another good team in this one, I don't know what's going on with them. The Denver Nuggets. Now, yeah, they just had a great win about from the Clips the other day, but that's the fucking Clippers. So I mean, who gives a shit? Hey, what up? They haven't the Nuggets could not beat anybody good. The only way the only team they beat good was Golden State, and they only beat Golden State because the ref gave them a very, very, very favorable call. Like that's all it was to it. Christian Braun called for a timeout that they didn't have. It should have been a technical foul. Golden State gets the ball. They shoot their free throws. Boom. They're up. They win the game. But the game was in Denver. The ref acted like he didn't call for a timeout, and they called a jump ball. It was a loose ball. They were diving on the floor. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. So they got played. Golden State got played. Denver got the win. Denver is not that good. So again, OKC, I really look at them as the best team coming out of the West. I believe it. I don't think there's any team that can beat them in the Western Conference. And the Western Conference is sick. It is deep, y'all. Like it is 90s basketball deep. Like when every team had a superstar or somebody was superstar light, you know what I mean? It was it is the Western Conference. There are a small number of teams that are under 500 in the Western Conference. Everybody in the Western Conference is either at 500 or very much above it, and that is not the same thing in the East. But the East is getting better, and they'll figure it out. And if Milwaukee can figure out a way to win this NBA Cup, that'll be a feather in the Eastern Conference cap. But I want to say this too about the NBA Cup. I think one thing they should do on the app, make the bracket easier to figure out. And again, I said this last week, and I'll say it again. There's no way in hell the best team in the league, which was Boston, and a team who literally only had one loss in the NBA Cup, earlier round games, isn't in it. You need to figure out a way to still, because the point, just because you don't blow somebody out means you can't make it to the semifinals or you can't make it to the knockout round. Like, come on, they couldn't even get to the knockout round. They only lost one game. They were 2-1. So it was bullshit to me. But and if you're asking me, was anybody else in the semifinal round that was undefeated? I don't know. Did they have a loss? I believe so, but they blew out opponents, so they were able to move on. But I think another change that what is it that the NBA should make to the cup is make it. Why not put you want to have? And I thought this is what they were going to do. because they were talking about doing this. You want to have both teams. You don't want to have conferences, right? I mean, or divisions. You want everybody to um, what is it? Be able to play. Mix it up. Mix up the NBA Cup games. Like put what is it? One on put Western Conference teams with Eastern Conference teams. Mix that crap up. There's no reason not to. That's all you have to do. Just I would love that in whatever round you do it, or these teams when you first in the very first round of it, have them play with Eastern Conference teams, Western Conference teams. Mix that shit up. It's not that big a deal. I think it would be fun. That you would have two Eastern Conference. You could have two Eastern Conference teams in the NBA Cup final. You could have two Western Conference teams in the NBA Cup final. Maybe that if the East saw that enough for a couple years, that they would be like, okay, y'all, maybe we need to start repping hard as a conference. I remember back when NBA players gave a shit about the All Star game. If one particular conference won it more than another, that following year, it was on those players' minds, and they would try to do something. It used to be like that in the MLB All Star game. The National League didn't want to lose to the American League like that, and vice versa. I don't know if it's still. I don't even watch the MLB All Star game anymore. To me, I don't really give a shit. Only thing that's decent is, I guess, is the what is it? Uh, Home Run Derby. That's the only thing I care about All Star Weekend with baseball. But yeah, so I think that would be a great way to mix it up. I think that would be a great way to change up the format and get more interest in it. But I mean, because what they're trying to do with this NBA Cup, it's not for people like me. I'm a basketball fiend. It does not matter what you put up. It does not matter what's going on. You put a game, you put NBA up under it, and you put what is it? NBA teams on it, professional teams, and if they're good players, guess what? I'm watching. I am watching because I'm a basketball fiend and I'm an NBA fanatic. So that's how that is. But they're trying to get the what's the word I'm looking for? The fringe fan, the novice fan, the I only tune in during the playoffs or finals fan. So that's who they're going at. So I think that's something they could do to spice up the cup. But I cannot wait for it. OKC Milwaukee Tuesday night, I believe 7:30, like I said, and I got OKC winning it. All right, I want to switch to football real quick. This is something I want to talk about, and I don't understand why this is a thing. I do understand why this is a thing, right? I know what it is, and may close. I'm probably gonna close the show on it. This topic is some bullshit. There have been pieces written about this, and this is sports. And don't get excited. It's just talking about sports. It's with a particular NFL owner, right? And there have been think pieces written about this. There have been opinion pieces written about this. There have been fact pieces written about this from sports journalists. Why can't Bob Kraft get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio? Why the fuck is he being excluded from that? Why is he being kept out of that? I don't understand. Now, from what's been said, it's a particular group of owners, of course, controlled and ran by, you guessed it, what's his name? Sorry ass ain't worth a fuck. Um, Jerry effing Jones. I don't like him. Can't stand him. Never have. I never have. I never will. I didn't like him when they were winning in the '90s because the guys I liked from there were Jimmy Johnson, Troy Aikman, Emmett, and the playmaker. Michael Irvin, those were the dudes I fuck with. I could not stand Jerry Jones. He always looked like a scary ass crypt keeper. He looked like a old man crypt keeper, like from Tales from the Crypt. That's what he always looked like to me. I always thought he was fucked up. And guess what? Lo and behold, I was right because this bitch ass motherfucker didn't want black people to be integrated in the schools. In Arkansas, there was a photo surfaced 2 years ago, and guess who didn't criticize him at all? Stephen Coon Smith. Stephen Coon Smith didn't have word one to say about Jerry racist ass Honky Jones. What is it? In a protest for an Arkansas school, I think it was a high school being integrated. He was right there. Right there. You know what I'm saying? Right there for history to see his bitch ass. And of course, people talked about it and admonished him for it. Some cowgirl fans realized and stopped fucking with them, but a lot of them didn't. And I don't know how black folks still fuck with that team. I mean, you a black man and you fuck with the cowgirls. I'm still confused. But he has specifically targeted Bob Kraft, Robert Kraft, and kept him out of the Hall of Fame. The man has been eligible to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And let's not get it twisted, right? I want y'all to know, if you've never been there, I went there last year. I was blessed to go. No, I'm sorry. Was it last? 23? Yeah. Yeah, it was 23, right? Yeah, it was last year. Yep, sure it was. I was blessed to go there March of last year. Yeah, this is 24. And it was a Cavs Celtic game. Went up there for that. And while there, I went to Canton. And man, it was. Can I say it's? I don't know why they just don't call it the NFL Hall of Fame. Like they should. They legit should. I have no idea why they don't call it that. The Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Mass, my hometown, they can call it the Basketball Hall of Fame because they have other stuff in there other than NBA stuff. There's a lot of there's college memorabilia, there's college inductees, women's basketball, foreign basketball, like whatever, anything basketball. Pick something that's basketball is represented. Pick something that's basketball that's not the NBA. It's represented in that Hall of Fame. In Canton, in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, it is 100% NFL. It's really weird. They should call it what it is. It's the NFL Hall of Fame. It's not that name is disparaging. It should legit be the NFL logo. It shouldn't be that other little like logo they have. It's a beautiful Hall of Fame. I'm not going to front. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame needs to step their game up compared to their shit. But that for you to keep the winningest owner ever out of the Hall of Fame just because he kicked your ass for 20 fucking years. I mean, I really don't understand. I mean, are you doing that because you can't keep out Bill yet? Because Bill's not eligible, so when Bill's eligible, you're going to keep him out because he's the one that really did the ass kicking. So the only person we could get right now is him. So you're gonna do him, because guess what? You're not gonna keep out the GOAT. The GOAT's gonna be in there, and I'm going back up there when GOAT is being inducted. I will be in Canton. I will figure out a fucking way to get up to Canton to be there for that shit. Like I cannot wait to see that man be inducted. But I just think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting. I think it's low rate. I think it's bullshit. That what is it? I just think it's bullshit that what up, Super Sanchez? That it happened like that. We got a call. Oh, looks like. Oh, okay, not a call. What is it? So I'm just shocked that I'm not shocked because these are rich petty ass racist white men that are the majority of the owners for these NFL teams. A lot of pro teams, and most of them are racist, and most of them are petty as fuck. So I can see why they would hate on someone who kicked their ass, and someone in Bob Kraft who has been there for the black community in Boston and has put in several millions of dollars and spent in different areas in Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan before they were what is it? Not Colin, was it gentrified and shit when it was still, black folks. He put money into different areas in Boston, and especially in the black neighborhoods of Boston. So I could see them being this petty and this trifling and frankly just shitty. So I just want to say, let that man in, free Bob Kraft. Y'all ain't shit, and just All right, man. So yeah, I just y'all can go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go to hell because the dude deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is it. I am out of here. I will be back next week. We have less than what was it? Christmas is in 10 days, y'all. Christmas is in 10 days. Get your affairs in order. Make sure y'all get y'all stuff together. What you smoking on, fam? What do I have right now? To be honest with you, Super, I'm not even sure what strain I got. It's in the truck. I blew some on the way down. But shout out to the Grow Room in O'Fallon, Missouri. My boy Brian, I've been getting my stuff from him here recently. His green is amazing. That's a great question by you. Thank you for asking. Should have been, I said it last week. I should have said it this week. His green has been fire, and I got one this week, and it's an indica. It's not a hybrid. Sanchez, you tell me if you can give me some straight one that's not a hybrid. Please DM me. I am sick of hybrids. I'm just sick of them, y'all. I want one or the other. I don't want both. I want a sativa or I want a indica. I do not want something mixed. That is me. Yo, y'all know the name OThaGreat. Follow me on here on IG, High Off the Glass, Twitter, Facebook, Bluesky on there. And if you want Bluesky, please holla OThaGreat because shit, there's a bunch of people on there, but trying to interact with some folks. So y'all do y'all thing, man. I'm about to watch some football and some basketball. Keep smoking, keep hooping.